Let's find out now how conditions are out there this afternoon. We have reporters in all the worst hit areas and beyond. Aisling Nicustula is in County Kildare. And Aisling, that new severe weather warning issued for the area you're in this afternoon.
Yeah, very much, Colette, and it doesn't really surprise me. It has been snowing constantly since Wednesday, really, here in County Kildare. We're about a half a mile outside of Maynooth. We're on a road called the Moydlair Road, and there is, 1 second, there's just a car coming behind me, so I can't move too far. But you'll see from the car coming behind me just how high the mound of snow here that's built up behind us actually is. It's snow that's accumulated over the last couple of days, and also snow that has been ploughed off the road here, and a really severe wind has taken a lot of the snow from the houses and the fields and the pitches around us here, and just snow drifts really onto the road here. I'm about 5'4". This is easily 6.5 foot. It is huge amount of snow accumulated on the road here. The road is passable. You saw a couple of cars driving up the road here, but you can see from behind me a car that got stuck in the snow last night. A motorist coming this direction, obviously able to get no further than here, and just abandoned the car here. Now, we spoke to some people who came out here during the day today. It's become a bit of a tourist attraction, and we chatted to a few people as to how they were finding the weather.
Never seen anything like it. Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah. And we both come from County Mayo, and we'd have had snow as children, I guess, but nothing compares to this, and it's much worse than we were anticipating,
Have you had a walk up through the town? It's fairly desolate up there, isn't it?
Yesterday, we saw you getting snowballed, but other than that, no, we haven't been out.
It'll take a good few days for it to clear, won't it?
It will take a long time because it's really compacted now, and the fact that it's been ploughed into the side of the road, it's really going to make the thaw-out process much worse. So I don't know. I cannot see. I cannot see this abating until the middle of next week.
Probably
anyway,
going to go into next week. Yeah.
It's madness, complete madness.
Do you live locally here?
We do. We live just in the estate across the road there.
And what's kind of the reaction from everybody around?
It's like, what's happening? We just, as I said, we've seen nothing at all like this at all. It's just such an adventure for the kids as well.
It'll definitely be a few days before it clears, though.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, they've cleared the road pretty well here, so people are still, moving.
Well, Maynooth here in County Kildare has definitely borne the brunt of the weather over the past couple of days. The town here this morning, when we got up and were walking about, was a sheet of white. At that time, no cars coming up and down the main road. A lot of people using the main road as a footpath. Now, it has eased so that some cars are travelling the roads. But apart from the people that are out walking in the town today, it is extremely quiet. Only the odd shop or two open for people that are on the streets. This area here, it doesn't look like it's definitely going to get any better today. If these conditions continue over the coming hours, as they have been over the last few hours, it can only really get worse.
Aisling, thank you for that.
Captain Dara Fitzpatrick's parents and her sister Niamh were in court today as details of how Dara's body was recovered following the crash of Rescue 116 were recounted. Witnesses from the emergency services who attended the scene in the aftermath gave evidence at today's preliminary inquest. A full inquest will not take place for some time yet, with the court hearing that months of work is still to be done, with the Garda and a HSA investigation still ongoing. 4 crew members lost their life when Rescue 116 crashed on the 14th of March last year. The court today was given a detailed description of how Captain Dara Fitzpatrick's body was recovered after the helicopter crashed off the coast of North Mayo. The court heard that there was no sign of life when Captain Dara Fitzpatrick's body was taken from the water shortly after the incident. CPR was carried out for approximately 35 minutes by crew members on board a rescue vessel before a difficult decision was made to cease. The court was told that weather conditions were so difficult on the night that crew members on board this vessel had to hold each other in position in order for the CPR to be administered. The inquest was told that Captain Dara Fitzpatrick died due to drowning. The court also heard about how Captain Mark Duffy's body was recovered approximately 2 weeks after the crash. Coroner Eleanor Fitzgerald, seen here in the grey coat, saying that Mr Duffy died from multiple injuries, fractures to the skull and legs, injuries similar to somebody who had been involved in a car crash. The court hearing that his death would have been instant. Statements were read into court today on behalf of 3 of the 4 families. Niamh Fitzpatrick said that the Fitzpatrick family miss Dara more than they can ever express, calling her beautiful inside and out. Bonreen Nispera. Kieran Smith's family described him as a family man, a loving husband, an amazing dad who continues to inspire. While Paul Ormsby's family said the missing crewman was a loving, heartwarming man who dedicated his life to helping others. The court heard today that extensive land and sea searches have been carried out for the missing crew members Paul Ormsby and Kieran Smith. The coroner said today these two men can now officially be declared as dead, the cause of death lost at sea. Death certificates can now be administered for the 4 members of Rescue 116. Aisling Nicostala, 3 News in Belmullet, County Mayo.
I felt very nervous as I have a fear of needles, but the vaccine itself I wasn't nervous about.
The HSE's new campaign to encourage a greater uptake of the HPV vaccine. 300 women are diagnosed with cervical cancer every year in Ireland. Of this number, 90 will die. The uptake in the HPV vaccine, which protects against cervical cancer, has fallen from 90% to 50% in the past 2 years. The HSE has condemned a campaign by parents who believe their children have fallen ill as a result of being vaccinated.
Those who seek to use non-evidence-based allegations and rumours to try to dissuade other people from taking a simple step that can contribute to saving the life of their daughter are playing with people's emotions in a way that I equate with emotional terrorism.
The HSE stressed today that there is no scientific or medical link between the HPV vaccine and any side effects suffered by girls who have been vaccinated. The vaccine is given to first-year students in secondary school. The Health Minister urging parents to be well advised, but says they should get their information from medics and not from social media.
It's not where we get medical advice. We need to get medical advice from our doctor, from our pharmacist, from informed people who have the qualification. And I think any parent wants to do right by their child.
14-year-old Robin Hendrick from Ballyfermot is one of the girls featured in the HSE's video campaign.
Me and my mum had a discussion about whether to get it or not, and we decided to get it because we thought it was the best idea.
Ireland has one of the highest rates of cervical cancer in Western Europe. The HSE says that the uptake of the HPV vaccine has stabilised in recent months. 40,000 information packs have been sent to schools around the country for parents and for children to read. The HSE once again today advising parents to log on to its website, saying education and information in relation to the vaccine is key. Aisling Nicostala, 3 News.